On this episode of the GH Report, Jason goes on a recovered memory apology tour. Alexis spends a week crying, and Sabrina's back. Hooray! It's the GH Report. Let's do it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, look at that, everybody. It's mix them up here today on the GH Report. Here at AFTERBUZZ TV. Look at this. The whole panel's united, but as you can see, we're all in different positions.
Yes.
Look at that.
That's what she said. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Their positions. Down, kids, down.
There you go. Finally, James Lott Jr. has surrendered just to the inevitability that of me just constantly pursuing him and dogging him at his heels, and has let me run today's show.
Yes.
Be afraid, everybody. Be very
Very
afraid.
afraid.
That's right.
We did it.
I'm your host, Frank Moran. You can follow me on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. As I said, we've got the full panel here, and on this side, finally, she's been gone for weeks. For some reason, decided to spend the time in Miami.
Yeah.
And she could be right here by my side, but now she's back. She's going to keep me in check. Ladine Harvey, everybody.
I miss Frank, guys. But you can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey and on Facebook at Ladine Harvey.
It's hard for them to ship us when you're gone. So,
I know. Link in the
back.
house.
all right. Next, we have Lacretia Lyon manning the chat board.
Of course, guys, you can always find me at LACRETIALYON, since there is only one.
And finally, at the end, you know him, you love him. You can't spell AFTERBUZZ TV without him. It's James Lott Jr.
It's me, kids. I'm James Lott Jr. Of course, you can follow me on everything in the entire world at James Lott Jr. And yes, it is weird seeing us all switched around, I'm sure. But Frank's the new leader now. I just give it to him this week only.
That's right. That's right. So, folks, you can like us on Facebook, give us those sweet 5 stars on iTunes, get on the chat room here, share your thoughts about what you thought about this week in GH, or just what you think about us. Yeah, just think about us. What do you think about us? Give a shout out to Lacretia.
They are right now.
Yes.
And Ladine. They love Ladine's hair.
Oh, thank you, guys.
And they love Ladine and Frank together.
Thank you.
Link. Make it back.
There you go. Also, folks, as we've been doing a little update there on our Facebook likes, somebody, I'm not going to mention any names, Ladine, decided that we're going to be going for 2,000 likes on Facebook.
It's
so
a great number.
Yeah, it's a great number.
We got to shoot for the stars.
There you
remember?
go. And we were so close,
small.
guys.
You got to think large.
We're so close. We're almost there. We're at 1175. 1175. But please, like us on Facebook. In 2,000, there's going to be something fantastic in store for you. Oh, and as we get closer to that number, we'll tempt you even more about what that could be.
Yes.
But it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
It's a date with me.
That's
James
right.
Lott Jr.
Look at that.
Or a date with us.
I guess.
That's right.
That's the rest. Shady Sunday.
It's an all expenses paid meal over at Tom's restaurant.
Tom number 7.
Yes.
That's right, exactly.
There you go. But it's a cash bar for that. So sorry.
Cheap out on that.
So we're gonna be breaking down the week that was here in Port Charles. We'll just start it off. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jason recovered his memory, guys.
I know.
A lot of just hey, guess what, guys? I remember everything. I'm so tired of this.
Yeah, I love how you put it as the apology tour, because it was literally just less interesting as Sheldon Cooper's apology tour on The Big Bang Theory, because he just literally goes to everyone in his life. Oh my God, I totally remember this time. We all saw those scenes. We didn't need that. No.
Okay, so I'm gonna be the lone voice.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna be the lone voice, everybody. I actually got teary-eyed. Because I wasn't really into the storyline. I was like, he's remembering, I don't want to remember. But when he talked to Monica, I got teary-eyed. When he talked to Carly, I got teary-eyed. He was like, remember we went to Barry, Virginia? A lot of history came up when you started talking, which an old historian like me loved that. I got teary-eyed. I got teary-eyed when Michael said, "You taught me how to be a man." They hugged.
I'll give you Michael. I like the stuff with Michael, because I hate how they tend to forget that Michael has always been the most important person to Jason, ever since he's been Jason Morgan. Ever since he was born, Michael's been important to him, and I like that relationship. But the rest of it, I was like, oh God.
Well, for me, it was the Monica.
Yeah.
I mean, a mother, a son not remembering his own mom. Of course, I would feel some way about that. But I mean, Carly, she been complaining. No.
Yeah, when he called Monica mom, I was like, oh, that was special.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Well, my quote of the week comes from the storyline, so I'll be revealing that later.
Well, the nice thing was the interesting twist on that is that as Sam said, it's like, oh, when I thought you got your memories back, it'd be great, but I didn't realize you'd also remember all the painful things too.
Yeah.
So I mean, certainly that scene with Monica where all he was just remembering. Just,
Alan.
Right.
Yes.
I love that sense of history. I love that. Oh my God. Excuse me. I do like the sense of history with that, and I thought he was like, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna try to be better. I thought I was crying. I was crying. I was.
James is just so dramatic.
I was an old softy. Because I really wasn't. I didn't want him to remember everything. I didn't want him to remember everything. But seeing the way it played out for me, I thought it was kind of.
You see, I wanted him to remember, but I didn't know that they were gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
I felt like it was just a pass off, and I don't know, the whole everybody coming to him, and then the next day, visiting everyone to say I remember. A bit cheesy for me.
No cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, the frustrating part is, I mean, it's only really seems like the Jason Morgan memories that have been recovered, not anything of the Jason Quartermaine stuff. So as much as we want to see more of him involved in the Quartermaine stuff, other than that scene with Monica, you don't really see much of it because as Jason Morgan, he had so much more connection to Carly, Sonny, Michael, and all those people.
Yeah, and that's what I hated is because, I wanted him to remember the Quartermaine side too, but I do feel like there's a part of it that will still keep him with the Quartermaine since that's what we've been screaming. That's what the fans have been screaming. So they at least did give him that scene with Monica and talking about Alan. So I feel like there's hope. But yeah, the Sonny scene, I was like, at least he didn't want to go into business with him.
Yeah. It just would have been nice just to see, because we know who Jason Morgan is. I mean, although with the perspective of now being a parent, a little shaded, a little differently, as you said with Monica, he has a better understanding of that. But it would have been nice to also have the Jason Quartermaine memories come back as well.
Yeah.
And have all of that come back, because that would have been a totally complete different Jason than we've seen before, too, with the benefit of having both memories of Jason Quartermaine and Jason Morgan. But,
Yeah, Cheryl, I agree with you. When Jason and Carly got together, I know I was crying like a baby. I was just like, because Carly, because it was funny. It was touching. They high-fived. They told them when they did something bad. Just like she's like, I never gave up. Okay, I almost gave up that one time, but I really didn't. It was so them because she wanted the old Jason back so bad. That was her best friend. I mean, it's her best friend. I think if my best friend lost his memory, I'd want him back, I guess, and get that chance. It was like.
Yeah, and I love how Nexie forever points out Jason never called Monica mom as Jason Morgan.
No.
So maybe there are kind of some of the Quartermaine memories like floating in, because that would be really good to kind of just piece them in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as much as the Michael and Jason kind of reunion was nice, the part where Carly and Sam are sitting in the back and Carly hugging Sam.
Yeah, it's like, oh, God.
That was a little much. That was a little much.
James said that was much. Wow.
That was much to me. That was much because I thought because they're kind of frenemies.
Yeah.
Which is fine, and they help each other when they need to. Because they both love Jason, but like them hugging it. Oh my God! And I'm like, okay, that's a little much, girl. That's a little much. Not that much.
And as much as I don't want to see Jason get back into the mob life at all, it was nice at least to see him have that reconnection there with Sonny, especially since they had Sonny was getting so frustrated about the lack of Jason being able to remember who he was. So
a part of me was wishing that maybe he would have thought about working for. I know a lot of people is hating Jason possibly going back to work for Sonny, but I love the duo, and I was just hoping that maybe he would be able to help Sonny with this whole Julian, Michael, all this that's going on with Sonny. I think he needs help, and I feel like Jason is the one.
We gotta remember they brought up and Naxie Fair brought up. They haven't brought up Elizabeth yet. His memories of Elizabeth. I mean, they have to come back to you at some point.
Yes.
He's not done.
He ain't done saying hi to everybody. The tour isn't over, kids.
Yes.
It's not over. So we're still talking about him.
Now, as we're bringing up Julian there, we can talk a little bit about Alexis, who I felt like this week she was auditioning for the new Mother May I Sleep with Danger role
God,
right there.
yeah.
Holy shnikes. Wow.
The theatrics on that woman for the last couple of weeks, and Nancy Lee Grahn, by the way, is killing it. But it's just like, she's phenomenal. I hope she submits this for the Emmys.
Yes.
But it's just a matter of this is way too much for Alexis. Like, I am just like, okay, like, chill, bitch.
Yes.
I'll just say it, like, because she is just like flipping out. Not you, Alexis.
Oh, okay.
Alexis Davis.
Alexis Davis. Sorry, not Alexis Davis. Yeah, sorry.
You think she was flipping out too much?
Yeah, to me, it was just she was just way too emotional. And I get the thing with Julian, but I'm not liking this like at all.
No. We're not gonna go there today.
Go there today.
No. Imagine like this man that you married and you loved. Now you have to. Now it's your marriage on the line. People that hold marriage at such a. You just don't know what to do. So I feel like she's probably going crazy in the head trying to figure out, should I stay or should I leave?
She is
Even though
going
deep
crazy.
in your heart you know this is not good for me, but how do you leave the man that you love?
But I also felt like Julian at no point, like he knew he was in the wrong and he defended it. Like, nope, you're right, and you're wrong. And then even when Alexis pulls out the bloody handkerchief, he's like, he doesn't really change at all. He's just like, yeah, well, I had to do what I had to do. So.
He's a bastard.
And this is someone I love Julian, by the way, and I love William DeVry. But the thing is, this flip of Julian too, and that's the thing is the issue is this story has not been written well. It's just all of a sudden Alexis is batshit crazy, and Julian is this bad guy, and I was like. Well, we had no build up to that. Julian had left the mob for Alexis and was really out of it. So this doesn't make sense for him, and neither does like Alexis flipping out because she's never done that. I mean, she's like killed people before, obviously, but this flipping out and being overly emotional, it's like, seriously?
Well, Cheryl Hawk says to you, lady.
Yeah.
I see.
She knew what she was marrying.
You know, as much as you know what you're marrying, some women think they can change a man. It goes like that.
That's true, too.
Some women think that. Like, maybe if he's with me, he won't be doing maybe. It happens.
That part's true.
I never understood that thing of, it'll be different with me. No, it won't. They are who they are. And I love how Jacob put, Alexis was getting her Glenn Close nuts on a little bit. It's like, good example.
Well, and as saying that you knew what you were getting into, so she did know that Julian had Duke order the hit on Duke. And so as Julian says, like, hey, if you call, you're going to be.
That's the disgusting part.
Yeah.
I was so disgusted with him at
just
that
so
point.
And so calmly, just lays that out to Alexis right
He's
there.
A bastard.
It's like you did. We're in this together.
Carolyn Topol agrees with Ladine.
Yeah.
It's good to you. It does happen sometimes. I know for me, it's funny because it was very, to me, telenovela this week.
Oh, yeah.
Very over the top. But Leslie Grant, of course, is killing it. She's doing the best with what she's given. Michael DeVry, of course, William DeVry, of course, was very much like, played it cold and calculating, wouldn't look at her too much. You notice his little beady eyes when looking at her too much. So I played like, come on. And then he turned tables on her. I was just like, well, if I go down, you're going down too, girl.
Yeah,
He didn't say it like that, but he
Just
said it
that
close.
quick. Just that quick.
Yeah, because that's not the Julian we've seen on screen for months who's sacrificed all this for his family. And he's way more like Michael Camby as his other character from All My Children.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, okay, well, they decided that, are we talking about Sonny yet? Are we talking about him?
Yeah, we're going to bring him.
Yeah, I'm going to say, because I would say actually the scene with him and Alexis was really good, I thought, too, actually.
Yeah, Sonny comes
He held her
in.
hand.
My heart then, it was over with.
Him breaking their stuff, I was just like, dude, chill.
Yeah, it was like, that part was a little crazy. But I did like that he was like, okay, Alexis, I'm here to help.
Exactly.
But then when she didn't say nothing.
Then he already knew it was over.
I mean, it's like, Sonny knows what's going on. I can see the tears on her face, knows that she knows what's going on. She's like, hey, just come on. Just come with me. Let's go get this guy. And when she doesn't do it, man. And then I like that Sonny grabs a poker, starts smashing around, knows that they burned evidence.
Yes.
I hope he had smashed everything in the house.
He was like, it's a little crazy to have some fire going on
And I'm
right
glad
now.
he hit Julian with it, too. I'm so glad. I was like, yeah, do it again.
I did laugh at Julian's fall because that was really.
It's like, I'm like, okay, come on, Julian.
Yeah, drama much, buddy.
Because it didn't seem like that hard of a hit, but then even after Sonny left, he's like, I can barely walk.
His little limp.
And you work out every day or whatever. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I just thought that scene was, they brought a lot of history in there, and when he hugged her and told her like, you're nothing to me now.
Oh yeah, just Godfathered her
Yeah,
right there.
that
Sure
was
did.
Yeah, that was like chilling right there.
It was. Just our friendship is over. And she looked at, and they looked at each other, and you can just tell it's just great actors. They looked at each other, it's like, oh my
She
God.
was just numb at that point. I
'Cause
thought
she's-
it's over.
But she kept that bloody shirt though.
Yeah.
Yes.
If she knew it was best for her, she better have kept
Yes,
that shirt.
exactly.
But I liked what she was like. I guess like just trying to jam it up inside the little cabinet, like really far
Yes,
up.
I know. It's like,
What was that?
I know.
But the fact that she even said, I'll burn it, I was like, what are you doing, you little stupid?
Yeah.
Why would you even touch that? Get your fingerprints all on the shirt or whatever it is.
I'm curious how they're going to write them out of this, because I mean, they made us fall in love with them
It's
as a
messy.
couple, and now it's just like they're basically done, aren't they? I mean,
Well, yeah, I mean, to be honest, that's the thing. Is like with Franco and Nia, how they ended, you can still root for them. But this Alexis and Julian situation, it's like, wow, y'all just like burn that
I
bridge.
know.
Like, especially with the scene with Sonny, like, you're dead to me. Like, it's just like, wow, like they just destroyed this
Yeah.
couple. Within, and I say it was just too quick, made no sense for either character.
yeah. I know.
Because they have children too, it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So why aren't you talking to Mom, Dad? Well, you know, she betrayed me. She betrayed me.
Yes.
Let's cut over light over there to General Hospital. Of course, we've got Nurse Amy. She has terrible, I think we can all agree, terrible bedside manner.
Who is this
Oh
Amy
yeah,
girl?
I know. I'm like, does anybody like
She's
Nurse
like
Driscoll?
another Maxie to me. Like, for some reason, she reminds me of Maxie.
No, Maxie may not have ever had tact, but she always had like a nice way of being like saying inappropriate things. Maxie's more like Felicity Smoke on Era, but this Nurse Driscoll, she just a straight up bitch.
She
I
talks
was
too
like,
much.
oh.
She all in everybody's business. Always has, girl, what you so new?
Yeah.
How you know all this information?
Yeah.
I love the history rundown.
Yeah, like,
She named it out. She'd be like,
Monica did this, and it's just like, honey, step back. Like, the gossiping is funny, and it's very similar to Amy Vining, who used to be on there. But it was just like, okay, like, this girl is not likable like Amy was.
Yeah, like that scene with Liz and Franco and Jake, and she just comes out and just says like, "Oh yeah, the reason is because Liz canceled those sessions."
Yeah.
Oh, I was just trying to help.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
what?
Girl.
How are you just trying to help? How is that helpful at all? Stop getting out of here. Go, move away.
Yes,
Get out
Sarah.
of here.
See, Amy is spilling tea everywhere. She is, and I love how Lucy Coe put her in her place, and so did Monica. They both put her in her place. It was like, okay, they were like, yeah,
go
bitch.
Monica.
Yeah.
And Monica was like, I'm an old bitch, and I will tell you what's going on. I'm telling my business to everybody in the world, and talking about you will not be on nurse's ball. She's like, mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, I got boxed out of the audition last year. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
And we know she's going to be around for a while because she has a name.
Yes.
So now we're going to have to deal with.
She's the first.
Yeah. Odds are that she shows up in the nurse's ball.
Well, folks,
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
actually, folks are liking. I guess they're liking Amy because they remind her of
know,
Amy
'cause I like
Vining.
it, yeah.
Amy Vining, on-time character. Cheryl, of course, is. I disagree, Lacretia.
I know, because
Yeah.
I was like, she's a straight up bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it.
Yeah. I named the new nurse. The other name. They want Maxie Forever. They wanted to name it Amy on purpose as homage to Shel Kelper, who played Amy Vining. They did it on purpose. That's why her name is Amy Driscoll. So it's on purpose.
So as I was mentioning, the first thing that she does is she gets all up in Liz's and Franco's business with young Jake and not having Franco be his art therapist anymore.
No.
Poor Franco.
I'm still missing my James neighbor as crazy, creepy Jake. This new one is not doing it for me. Sorry.
Yeah, this little Jake is cute, but
Yeah.
like he
Cute,
doesn't have any
yeah.
of the creep factor, which is
Yeah.
what made Jake and Franco work.
Yes.
Yep.
And to me, it's just like, I actually really liked Franco this week. I was
Yeah,
like,
he's
he
fine.
told Liz what he thought about her, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yes.
With Creepy Jake, I could see the connection between him and Franco because they both look a little eerie. But this one here just seems like a little innocent
He
boy
does.
that don't need no help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he feels like, he seems to play a lot younger than
Yeah.
the other Jake did. So I feel like, I feel like they've de-aged him a few years off of this. But yeah, you can see that he's not happy with the idea that Franco is not his art therapist anymore. As he says, like, why should I listen to you? You guys don't listen to me. When I said that I still want to be with Franco and you don't even pay any attention to me. Yeah.
You don't have no say. Just go.
Go to your room.
Okay.
Go to your room. No, Amy.
I loved how Franco, like, he goes to Franco's house and they're just eating the cereal. Like, you know,
Yes.
like other people would be having a beer if they were adults.
Yes.
So, like, that was really a sweet
Yeah.
scene. I was like,
Yeah.
aw.
And it seems so.
Cheryl Hawk, sorry. We laugh.
No, Franco's character just seems interesting to me because after a couple weeks ago when he just seemed to do this 180 and got really dark so
Yeah.
rapidly,
Yeah, really
it seemed like
creepy.
they've been really dialing that back and making like the character like completely self-aware that he's like I was nutso for a little bit. So I'm hoping that is where he is now is going to be more the norm than the weird dark thing that they did for him for a couple weeks.
Yeah, because I didn't understand. Like, I got breaking up with Nina was hard on him, and having him backslide a little bit would have been fine. But when he was creepy, like watching Jason and Sam have sex, I was like, oh God, let's not go back to the Franco and James Franco played it. Because I like Roger's Franco, because he is a likable person, and his kind of redeemed himself, especially with this Jake, and I like his friendship with Elizabeth. And so yeah, I was like, that'll ruin it. But then they've kind of brought him back to, down to earth, so I think that they realized their mistake there.
And I agree with Cheryl. I
Yeah.
love the burping. He's just burping. I wrote that down on my notes. It was so funny.
Yeah, that was cute.
And Jacob says they should need to take Creepy Jake and put him as Max on Y&R. Everybody's agreeing who watches those shows. It's a great one.
Yeah, because it seems weird with Franco where they did that scene. It seemed like when they initially had him kind of go dark, it was just to kind of reignite that Jason-Franco kind of rivalry. But if you're going to have Jason remember everything anyway, then that was just kind of a waste because Jason is right now would still not want him to be around Jake at
No,
all.
right, of course not.
Yeah. So it seems like a waste of why did they did that couple days storyline?
Yeah, and Cheryl Hawk points out we still don't know that it was Franco that I was saying was creepy watching because they just alluded to it. That's true.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if it's him for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
It's close. It's not that far fetched.
no.
Yeah, Franco is a perv.
Yeah, he was there drawing birds or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Now, speaking of General Hospital, I think we realized this week that if you are old, you do not want Dr. Finn as your doctor.
Oh my God.
That
Well,
is-
apparently,
Yeah.
I heard rumors they're going to check him as he's a serial killer. That's the rumors I heard.
really?
Really?
That's what I heard.
Right,
I don't know.
wanted to be the serial killer.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I heard that rumor. And I also heard that rumor that he's taking something from them for himself.
Yeah.
I guess. So I don't know.
I mean, so far, because it feels like, certainly these people have been dying around him. But, especially with this latest patient that passed away, he wasn't around her at any point. So
No.
that one seemed weird to me. It's like, all right, I can't see him as being the one that was actually responsible for them dying.
Yeah, I kind of think that, someone's framing him because, to have him come on as a fifth character, like, are we going to, you can't, they redeemed Franco and he was a serial killer. So it's possible.
Yeah.
Brain tumor in a jar, Diane can fix that. But I don't really want to see that again. Been there, done that. Like, don't make him a serial killer.
No, let's have him do something different. The way he came on with Finn was just so different than anything else he'd done before. Let's run with that more.
Yeah, I like the quirky doctor character. That
Me
brings
too.
something new to the hospital. And granted, Wyatt had already done that, but this is different than, Michael E. Knight's character.
Timoteo Botwin says maybe it's Dr. Mays.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That guy would be funny.
That'd be like, why not? Should like that's good. And then Dr. Mays or Obrecht. I don't think it's Obrecht. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Either. But I do. Dr. Mays would be really funny.
Yeah, it would be certainly be a good reason. And certainly that whole Tracy Quartermaine would give him a good motivation to kind of want to frame Finn as well. But I did like see finally they call a little meeting there. They have Finn have to be able to kind of explain his actions and stuff. And Obrecht's just chomping at the bit like, yes, we're gonna get
When is she
you.
leaving? I think she's too spicy for me.
Oh. Well, if you
really
heard
care
that you
for
met her,
her.
you
Yeah,
would not want her to
Kathleen
leave.
is wonderful.
Really?
Yeah.
In real life, she was a bomb. She's so nice.
Yes.
Oh my god, and so good. No, that's funny. It's like they're trying to find ways to keep Obrecht involved.
I want to
Obviously,
know what's her problem with him.
she is. But,
She is on it to.
but she might be onto something though. It's kind of crazy.
I know.
Well, and that's why I think that maybe he turns out to be Nathan's dad. I know he,
Ooh.
because she seemed to hate him right off the
Yeah.
bat. Like maybe she knows who he is,
I see,
but
I
he
see,
may
I
not be
see.
putting two and two together because
Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah.
But he doesn't seem to have any recognition of her.
No.
No, and that's why I was like, maybe, but who knows? She may have just stolen his sperm. that
That's true.
happens all the time.
Or it's just in a dark room.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
We're all the same color. The lights are off. Well, that's right, kids. Same color.
But we also know that he has got 2 heating units coming.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. Here's my line. This was almost one of my quotes of the week. So I wrote this down. Finn, did I get a delivery? Carly, yes, 2 space heaters. Roxy's gonna be one hot mama.
That was cute.
That's cute. That's cute.
But it seems like nobody's been able to find anything that could tie Finn to any of this. So as of right now, he's kind of free and clear to go and do his stuff.
What's this thing with him in the drug closet and?
I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, he goes up to Felix and says,
Yeah.
hey, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, you know,
Hey.
Hey, friend, I need you to give me what I need. What?
I don't know. But he was stroking that bearded dragon,
Yeah.
talking to her and everything. It's like, oh, okay.
But I at least like that he was up front with Felix. It's like, oh, no, it's for me. It's for me. I just need to get in there and get some stuff for me. Can you do that? Great. Thank you. But I feel like there's something dark going on, as they alluded to, especially with everything that happened with young Jake and what we thought was his transplant that happened there. So, Carly's going through the records, trying to find out everything that happened. So maybe they're trying to tie it into a bigger, dark, something seedy underbelly of General Hospital.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, I like how Cheryl Hawk says, I think he is Valentine Cassadine and he is Detective Sexy. I'm guessing that's Nathan's daddy.
Sexy, just a second. What she
He
loves.
prefers RoboCop, actually.
We were RoboCop. We liked RoboCop for his acting. He said. Roxy is cute.
Regardless, I'm enjoying just having Monica around so much more regularly.
Yes.
It's fantastic.
Yes.
Leslie Charlton,
Yeah,
we're glad to have you
she's
back.
the bomb.
We're going to try to get you on the show. I'm like, I want to bring her on here. She's great.
And also we have at the hospital there too. As I say, Laura's hips does what Kevin Collins can't at the vending machine.
Remember that time she had that giant Snickers bar?
Yeah.
I think it was off.
She was loving that.
She had
Snickers.
the king size. Remember we remember that one?
I love Laura and Kevin Collins. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, this more. That's all I can say is, like, because I love Kevin
Big
being
chemistry.
involved at all.
do.
And then they have chemistry, yeah, like you say.
Although it is interesting at points where you feel like the characters are just reciting what the writers are thinking too,
Yeah.
because when Kevin says, "So hey, whatever happened with that?
Yeah.
Are you still doing that? What's going on?"
Happened a few times this week where you just know, like, all right, writer.
Yeah, there were several people just speaking for the audience.
The doorbell rang. Oh, the doorbell is ringing. Can you get that?
I have a complaint.
Uh-oh. Lay it on us, James.
James
Jr.
Rant. As the person who's watched GH the longest out of all of us, I am upset because we went to the campus disco. I watched the show when it does.
No, it starts at 7.
I don't know anything about 6:30.
Yeah.
That was my question.
We're gonna do it.
Yeah, that was my question too. I don't know what's going on. I saw different times.
That's what it says on the prep sheet.
So we're going to. I'll talk to them next so we can figure out what exactly is going
Yeah.
on.
Let's just aim for 6:45.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So
Time
James, like
6:50.
James
Okay.
Lott Jr., please.
My rants. Campus disco, first of all, it would not be that same condition 35 years later, however long that was. That's kind of weird, number one. 37 years later, that's kind of weird. And number two, why not any flashbacks? Like, she's talking about the rape. Obviously, we talked Luke raped Laura. Obviously, that was a big thing. She's talking about it. And they flash to something. Either don't give us any flashbacks or don't do anything at all. But then it flashed this thing. It was like a disco ball.
Right.
And-
I was confused.
yeah, I was like, are you going to a flashback? Or are you recreating one? Like,
Right.
I know that Anthony Gary's not on the show anymore, but I think they could have, when it happened, they were showing it from her point of view. So that Laura was young, they were showing the rape happening to her, or the beginning of the rape happening to her. So they could have shown that part just for longtime viewers since they were at the campus disco. I mean, it's just kind of, it bugged the crap out of me because it was an opportunity because she's the same actress. They
Yes.
could have
Yeah.
done something
I
with
actually
it.
went looking for this
Okay.
this whole storyline because I know that Luke raped Laura, but I don't really know very much. So just the glimpse of the ball, it didn't give me anything, and I was
Yeah.
like a little bit frustrated because I was like, "What's going on here? Like, what is this about?"
Well, Sarah, see, I bring it up. They could do it without Tony. They could show her side, of, like just a quick flashback of her and the music. They did "Rise" by Herb Alpert went #1 because it was the song that was playing when he raped her. So they could have played a flash of that music too. I mean, I just think it's just kind of, if you're going to do it,
Do it right.
Do it right.
right?
Yeah.
And you're talking a long time storyline. Us fans are not dumb. We know the storylines, so I kind of just feel like they could have. That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
That's
I
my
mean,
rant.
certainly you could show Anthony Gear too. You just have to be willing to pay him to
Yeah,
use that clip.
Yeah.
But it's like, why not? If you're going to go this far and try to get us that close to it, why not just
Right.
use that extra time and money and actually
Right.
get the real clip?
Right.
Yeah, because it would have been so much more powerful had
Yes.
they actually shown it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it is interesting to think like that's a story we know so well, but then to think about people inside the GH universe, many people other than the immediate Luke and Laura family don't really know that story at all. They just know Luke and Laura as a couple.
Right.
They don't really know like the kind of tragic beginnings of that relationship.
If anybody wants to see some good scenes, when Lucky finds out
Oh,
and
yes.
confronts Luke, and when he confronts Jeannie Francis' character, Laura, it is so good.
Jonathan won an
his-
Emmy for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he plays that
Yeah.
song.
Oh, I know.
Just a
But he also tears into the Laura, and she's forced to explain herself. And she's like, "I'm your mother. I don't want to." She has a great speech, but she's like, "I don't want to explain myself to you. It's my business." But yet, she kind of explains a little bit too. So there was just great scenes you can see.
Yeah, so we have them. So we find out though that the people who do currently own the the campus disco do not want to. So they've rejected all offers for this. So I'm like, then why even bother showing these people that?
I know.
What's the point? It's like, oh, between you and me, you know, they reject all offers shown to them. So I'm wasting my time showing you guys this, knowing it'll go nowhere.
Right.
But we find out that the people that it's under are Luke and Laura's aliases that they used
Lloyd
back
and
when they
Lucy
took
Johnson. I remember that when
Yes.
they were on the run
I wonder what
after
Helena
Frank
got
Smith.
cooking up.
What?
I said, I wonder what Helena has cooking.
Yeah, I know. Because he found a blank piece of paper. They felt around and it was a blank piece of paper. Like, what does that mean? Blank.
And that's because, and I like Laura was so concerned. Like, do you think we should be like tearing apart this little fabric here to make sure? I mean, what about the people that own this place? Really, it's been
Yes.
deserted for 30 years. I don't think anybody's gonna care.
I mean, it was kind of weird.
Well, and the fact that like the equipment was still there too. Like,
I said, again, 36 years or so, 35 years ago, I'll have nothing from that time period myself. I noticed it was just sitting in pristine condition.
But just like I just noticed that one big long spider web hanging off the big globe. I'm like, okay, that's the way we'll know it's old, guys. Put that spider web on there. So I'm curious. I don't know where this storyline is heading. No. But I guess she mentioned Beecher's Corner again. Yeah. Are we heading back over there to explore some more stuff? I'm glad that they're actually. I guess we'll see in a few weeks when Kevin will run into her again at the hospital and say, "Hey, are you still looking into this thing?"
And then, of course, you had Lucy get a little nervous and awkward.
So we have Lucy, of course, back because the nurse's ball is up and running. So she's back. She runs into Kevin and Laura talking, and as much as she may have a relationship, I mean, I don't have any sympathy for Lucy in this respect because she went and slept with Scotty.
Yeah. I love Lucy, and I love Lucy and Kevin, but Lucy, you did my Kevin Collins wrong.
Yes, you did.
I do love Kevin.
Yeah, so that was a shame to see. But she does have a little bright light, though, because we do find some happiness that's going to be happening in the nurse's ball. As we're finally have Brad and Lucas decide to get married at the nurse's ball.
I just kind of hate that the big gay wedding that they should have for GH is going to be like overshadowed by the nurse's ball. Yeah, I figured James definitely had comments. Rant, James?
Okay, first of all, you don't show them very often. First of all, see, Days of Our Lives did it correctly. They killed it later, like literally killed one of the grooms. But the build-up was you got to see Sonny and Will. They grow, and then they had a big, beautiful wedding with family and friends, and they gave the same soapy attention they give straight weddings on soaps. This one is like, oh, we're going to do it at the nurse's ball, so it's not even really your wedding. It's like you're sharing it with. It bugs the crap out of me.
No, because they also do it's like, well, we don't have money because we spend a lot of it to get you guys out of that marriage with Rosalie. I'm like, great, it's a storyline we never that was teased as a potential like really dangerous thing and just completely handled off canvas. So like, okay, sure, that was really.
They only did what they thought the audience would like.
Sure, they don't know their audience. We want a big gay wedding on GH.
Yes, we should have had one with family and friends. Bring Bobby back and everybody come on, and it could have been a beautiful thing. Carly say something. It could have been a beautiful thing, but I think it's being cheated. I'm being cheated.
Yeah, because I would have loved to seen like Bobby and Julian kind of walk Lucas down the aisle, like stuff like that. That would have been great. Like coming together as this new family.
I agree. I'm upset about that. So
yeah, and I don't feel like there's been. We haven't seen them hardly at all to realize like whenever this wedding is going to be happening, there's not going to be any sorts of drama or intrigue leading up to it. It's going to be pretty much like, hey, it's the nurse's ball, and guess what? These guys are going to get married. Yeah, and Lucy's going to officiate.
Right.
And her clothes are going to fall off.
Of course.
Yeah.
And nurse's ball starts on 24th, so Tuesday. So there you go. Anyway, so that's how I feel about that. It's like, come on, people. Come on, people.
Shady Sunday.
Shady Sunday, sorry.
So, speaking of people needing medical help, we've got Morgan still there in the loony bin. Yes. With his iPad, just always, this is one source of communication to the outside world. That's all he's got, and he's always walking around with that thing. I think he goes to the bathroom with it because he comes out and he finds Ava already in the room. So leading up to that, we see Ava running into Kiki over there at the Metro Court. And Kiki fast track to recovery. She's gone from all of a sudden shrieking at loud noises to like, hey, I'm back serving.
Yeah, no problem.
She's back apparently. Working at the restaurant.
I kind of had to catch up on all my episodes around like in one time because I was gone for a period of time. And when I was like, she's like back to work. She's just doing everything like she wasn't just,
All right, so you've been gone for a while. How do you like the Dylan Kiki?
I'm starting to like it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right.
I'm starting to like it.
GH Writers, you just got the seal of approval right there.
Yeah, like
I still love the emotional attachment that Morgan and Kiki have, but I'm liking the pairing of Dylan and Kiki.
No, we had Robert say hi to you. You saw that.
I was like, hey.
That's your man. You weren't here with him this time. So you do say Morgan change her clothes. He has been wearing the same outfit for a while.
She looks more like an adult. She looks, I don't know. She just looks better with Dylan. I kind of like it. Yeah, with Morgan, she looks like a little girl. But with Dylan, she looks a little older.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
Yeah, I think Dylan is really helping Kiki, and I really like to see this. It's like, because Kiki is a character that, was kind of on the chopping block, because the thing with Morgan and Michael just over and over and over, and nobody cared. But Dylan has breathed new life into this character, where, just sort of they're not pushing it too much. They're putting them in scenes that make sense and kind of slowly doing it, and that's how you do it.
And the audience is
that we
more
don't hate
excited
them.
about seeing her on screen with Dylan than they are with Morgan. Because before they were saying kill Kiki, but we
They were,
haven't heard none
Right,
of that lately.
yeah.
Like they're probably interested in seeing where this is going.
Well, they broke up, apparently, basically.
But I mean, what I found unfortunate about Kiki's character is that she is just, being shot, almost dying because of Morgan, and then finally, just how can you not realize that this relationship, at least at this point in your lives, is not a really tenable thing?
Yeah.
To have her just kind of all of a sudden backslide and go like, no, I'm really invested in Morgan. I'm really invested in Morgan. It was disappointing, and I wish that she had been more proactive in saying, we need to take a break, rather than have Morgan be the guy that's like, nah, I gotta put the brakes on.
Well, and to me, it was even Ava who pushed Morgan to do
Right.
that.
Yes.
I mean, and
Morgan
Ava was
was-
right, but it's just like, okay, Kiki should have been able to make that decision on her
Right.
own to show this maturity, but then they backslid Morgan, in my opinion. It's like, get your together, guys.
Oh, look.
Yep. See,
Yeah.
that's what happens when I'm running this thing.
I know.
The swears fly.
Was it me this time? Was it
I know,
me
I
this
was like,
time?
They're getting a little out of hand, Frank. They're getting a little comfortable.
That's right.
Get out.
There you go. I'll see you guys. That's it for the GH Report of my time. See you later.
Yeah, but Ladine, you're correct. People are liking Deaky, as they call him.
That's what they. What?
Deaky.
I've seen Killin' too.
So I've seen Killin' too. So.
I like killing. I like that.
Yeah, Killin'.
Oh,
That
yeah.
just sounds sexy, right?
But you're right there. We have changed to kill Kiki too. I like them doing so. It's working.
And we see that Dylan runs into her at the Metro Court. The coincidence, like, hey, where I
That was
work happens to be
cute.
in the same building. And guess what? I have to go and cover this concert. So
Yes, Glamour Boys.
yes.
Sounds like some drag queens. Oh, it's going off like Glamour Boys. What's
I
that?
know Lorraine Love needs to be a part of that.
Exactly. I was like, what's going on there? But he says he's going to shoot them. She loves them. And so I guess what they're playing off the Black Sheep. I said Black Street. There's another group in the 90s, Black Street.
Yeah.
But Backstreet Boys. I guess they play off of that possibly.
Yeah.
So I have a little adventure. I like little adventures. Good adventures.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. So I feel like that's going to be just something to get those two away. It'll be kind of fun, which would be nice. But then we have Lucy show up as well. Which, this is the other part I love about the Nurses Ball, is that Lucy, we have not seen her, for pretty much a year.
About
A year.
Yeah.
But she comes right back in town, and, she has been there ever present. And she knows Curtis for some reason.
I know.
She's like, stay off the abs. Cards, stay off cards. I was like, that's right, honey. Stay off those cards.
All right, Lucy's just dialed in with everybody. Just, coincidentally having to ask everybody that's important to the storylines right now, hey, why don't you be in the Nurses Ball? Where have you been, Lucy?
Okay, first of all, this is my third rant for today.
Yeah.
Them flyers are boring looking. Hello, add some pictures. It's it's like a blue background with some words on it. I'm like, that's the Nurses Ball flyer?
But
The event of the season?
But also,
Yes.
this goes into the thing that I can't stand up on the Nurses Ball is that nobody cares.
Right,
You
right.
can put. Oh, hey, guess what? We've got Dr. Finn coming to the Nurses Ball. Who knows who Dr. Finn is? Nobody cares. You can put all these photos of these doctors and nurses, and everybody's like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta go check this out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Small town. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
Oh my
pretty
God!
much.
I can't believe Dr. Finn is gonna be there.
Yeah, I know.
Sneak peek to next week.
Yeah.
I will go crazy on you guys about the red carpet arrivals.
Oh, you're going to.
I'm
You're going
really
to.
looking forward to Frank's rant
Yes.
next week about the Nurses Ball and the red carpet. Oh.
Yes, I cannot wait. I
Yeah.
cannot wait.
I'll probably have a notebook next week.
I love it.
And Maxie Forever is waiting for you to make an F-bomb. So
I know, girls
said,
close. Can we?
you know,
I came
a
close.
bad word.
Yes, don't worry. It's the night's still young.
Yeah.
And as we talk about potential nurse ball things, I do like at least a shout out that Felix gives to Mac.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we get Mac and Mr. Marbles to do something. Lucy,
I thought of you.
Yes.
And he made a mention to Norma and Eve. That was a Nurses Ball thing back in the 90s. Mac and Kevin dressed in drag. So they did that. I remember that. And Cheryl, just to say to you, there was a practice. They had there's two different things going on. They had the Nurses Ball flyer, and they also had the practice schedule. It was two different things. Practice schedule was a white piece of paper, so there was two different things going on.
Yeah, it's and the one thing is it'd be nice. I wanted to give Mac something to do too, but it'd be nice to have just a scene between Kevin and Mac. I mean, I miss seeing those guys hang out and do some stuff. So.
Yeah, they're bros. We should have some bro scenes.
Yeah,
you
it'd be
know?
nice. See them at the floating rib, not eating ribs,
Not eating
playing some
ribs.
pool.
Waiting for some rib eating. I want to see some dirty, just in there, the chowing down and grease and everything. Kimberly House, like James, that seat gets the host fired up because
Yeah.
Mark sits here, you
Yes,
sit here.
that's right.
Suddenly, I just want to turn everybody off.
No, it's ranting Sunday.
What the? No.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
And speaking of other relationships that aren't doing so well, we also have Hayden and Nikolas.
Oh God.
Yes. So we've got Hayden taking photographs
Why
of all
is she
the
still
items.
around? Why is she still around?
I
I like Hayden, and
Like
she's
it.
great with Curtis. Just this Nikolas nonsense
Yeah, the
needs
Nikolas
to
thing is
stop.
tired.
He
Why is
tried
she
to
still
kill him.
around Nikolas? Is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly.
Not around,
Yeah.
like, you know, in general.
If I had a line of the week, it would have been when Hayden comes up to Nikolas and says, like, you always had me killed. And Nikolas says, are you still holding on to that?
That was a good
That
one
was
too.
so
That was a
funny.
good
It's
one.
like, oh yeah, God.
So hold on out. I like that line too. That was a good one. Well, what's funny is that I love when she went to go to Tracy to get a job. That was serious.
Yeah, I mean, she had to know it wouldn't go well. She put hat in hand to go there. She did. I mean, I'll give it up for her because she knew that was not going to be a warm room.
But Tracy did not disappoint.
You gonna be
No,
a
no,
she
no,
told
no.
her what?
babysitter?
She was like, and she tried. I
I said,
mean,
girl, if you want that money, you'll take that babysitting job.
exactly. The best babysitter over here, right there, best nanny in the city.
Which
Yeah.
is a shame, as much as story-wise, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
how could Tracy not do that? But it's
Yeah.
a shame because they had such great chemistry in their
do.
scenes leading up to Hayden making that heel turn on Tracy.
Yes.
And so it's like, oh man, it's a shame that they can't. Even when she was like telling Hayden off, she still seemed to have that moment of respect. And I thought, like, maybe is there something you could salvage out of this?
Yeah, I think there is.
Yeah, I think so. I think that maybe Hayden will do something that makes her appetizing, I guess that's the best word to say, like to EOQ, where they'll be
Yeah.
like, all right, well, we'll bring in. Like, she
agree.
really screws Nikolas over. Tracy will be like, all right, come on back.
Yeah, I agree too. I just think that it's. I agree. This whole Nikolas thing being they're just tit for tat. It's just back and forth, back and forth. He has to quarter her now. Now you can't sell anything.
Yeah.
But then he goes to sell that one of the diamonds
Okay.
to make
Like,
money.
do he got money or he don't got money?
Well, I guess he'd have enough.
He's cash poor,
He's cash
is what he
poor,
says.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that what's happening right now is just how it's always been with Hayden and Nicholas' relationship the entire time. It's just like dragged out and been so repetitive for so long for all those beats. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gone from her having dreams of Nicholas choking her again and again and again to like now them like I'm selling stuff. No, you're not. Now I'm like okay, whatever.
Okay.
No one
And
cares.
wait a minute, another thing. I'm just doing it today. So I'm Frank Moran Jr. Why with the camera? There's phones. Oh, you just take a picture of the stuff with your phone and you can upload it to the app right away. It was like Close 5, one of those. She had this giant like Canon camera from 1975. Like, I'm taking pictures. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm
They're
like,
rich.
"Like we go you have a phone."
Yeah, everyone has an iPhone, and it's right on
Hello.
the. Most of those apps only work with phones.
Yeah, I was like, hello.
It's like okay, like.
I was like, "Girl, put that camera away."
And I was wondering if it would just be rolls of film. I got to go get this fella and then get the prints and
Exactly.
scan it and then get it
Do
uploaded.
Shutterfly. Yeah, exactly. Like photo. Yeah, exactly. I was just like, dang, like really? So anyway.
But we at least get a little moment of Diane coming in and
Yes,
saying,
I love that.
Our girl Carolyn.
"Guess what, Nicholas? Things are even worse."
Oh, man.
We got the IRS wanting to know what's up.
We don't play with the IRS.
And Nicholas, I was just like, Jason, I can't believe he did that. I can't believe he did things legally. What's this
I know.
mobster?
I know. I love Diane's response. So I'm supposed to notify you when there's something that's legal to the IRS. Like it's like I don't have to notify you. This is what's going on. I mean, he's doing it legally. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, like of a purchase this big, transparency is essential for something
Yes.
like this. And it's like, Nicholas, as a CEO of many companies, you
Yes.
should know this as well,
I
too.
know.
Yeah,
What
it's
were you
like,
thinking?
How did he not know that? Even Diane's like saying the same thing. How did you know?
Ugh,
Like, oh, Nicholas.
So, not going well for the young prince right there.
Nope.
And she's like, well, yeah, you can sell these, even the frames alone.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
not worth a lot.
Carolyn Hennessy just makes every scene, and she had one scene this week. She makes it work every time. We love Carolyn, so.
And sadly, it's like the scene that I would have liked most is probably seeing Jason talk to Diane.
Yes,
Would've been-
yes. Oh my God, yes. And they didn't do that.
Yeah. No.
Well, the
but-
rounds are not over yet.
No,
That's true, that's true.
That's true. I'm sure he's going to get over to the nurse's ball and just hit everybody that didn't give it a chance to talk to yet.
Hi,
Yes.
I'm Jason Morgan, and I'd like to apologize to all of you. I remember you now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember a year ago when I didn't know who I am?
Yeah.
Now I know everything. So, and I mean, it was Spencer. We were supposed to be. He's coming back to the story.
Yes.
He's going to be showing up the young prince. So we hopefully see what he does when he gets back in the mix. And I just don't know, like seeing Curtis with Hayden. We get that a little. We get a little brief shout out with Curtis, but
Yeah.
just a little tease.
Yeah, he gets a little blink of the eye.
So, does this mean, because this is the most important part of the storyline, does this mean that he'll be dancing shirtless or doing some Magic Mike number?
I'm betting he's taken Ryan's spot.
Oh, I hope so.
I assume as soon as he walks into the nurse's ball, a shirt immediately comes off and he just stays shirtless.
From your lips to God's ears, to my eyes.
At the Grammy Awards, as soon as he walked
Yeah,
in
with
the
red shirt,
room.
yeah, just like falls off.
Walks out and it's someone just like there's like a string that just what happened? It just fell off.
It just fell off. Exactly. I'd pull it off, but anyway. It's another story. It's a whole nother story.
And then we've got a little bit of baby stuff here. First, we'll talk about Ava wants to get
Yes.
Avery
Just
back.
the same scene again.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's just like seriously, either the baby's with her or it's with Sonny or joint custody. No one
Carly
cares
is
anymore.
handling it like a boss.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maya.
I don't know.
Max, I need you to do
Same-
whatever you
same
can to get
reaction.
that furniture not delivered.
I know. I love when Carly stood up behind her when she was on the phone. I was just like,
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop laughing. I did laugh at that
I
one.
did
That was kind of
too.
funny. I was like, you go, Carly.
was like- cheesy.
Yeah, Carly.
And Ava kind of knows because I would be surprised if you and Sonny did this to me. Well, Sonny, we didn't know you were coming over. And she's like,
But I like that that's enough to stop Ava.
Yes.
Like, come on, if you really wanted this kid, just take
Why
the
can't she
kid
sleep
and
in your
sort it
bed?
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort it out later.
Right.
Just get her out of the house. I'll be back next time. Like, you've said that twice already.
Yeah, I know.
You keep getting
These
stymied
are
at this.
two powerhouse actresses. You could give them some work. These lines are just too much.
Yeah, this is just lame at this point.
Yeah.
Yes, I love to see them spar against one another, but let's have something new.
Yeah, because of like each of them just accuse each other of being so petty in terms of like
Yeah.
visitation rights for Avery. Like neither of you are being beacons of hope on this.
No,
Please,
not at
come
all.
on, guys.
Not at all.
So getting very irritating on that, especially when you see Ava like teasing Kiki, like maybe you can convince me to be more open. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, maybe she is going to be. Nope, she's just going to be a total B to Carly. Cool.
Nope.
All right. And then our last baby news, the baby gets dropped on the doorstep at the Quartermaine Manor. And it's
Baby's so
Sabrina's
cute.
The baby is cute.
So cute.
Baby is cute.
That's adorable.
Yes, so Tracy's like, oh, I think Sabrina wanted me to have this baby, and I'm going to raise her.
Yes.
Because we were such good friends.
Yeah.
Tracy
I
needs
love
some company.
Tracy.
So,
She does. Yeah, she's
You
company.
know, little babies are always a gift.
Well, one of my quotes of the week, it would have been a quote that came from them, from Tracy to Ned. I have two sons, and both of them are my second favorite.
I love that.
Love that line.
Yeah.
I had to think about it for a second, like, oh, I get it.
That was probably my favorite scene of the week was Tracy with her boys.
Yes.
Like, because I love Tracy, and I love that she was like, I'm just keeping this baby. Like, I'm not calling the cops. I'm not calling anybody. Like, Tracy just did not care.
And I agree, Sarah C.
Yeah.
That baby loved Jane Elliott. That
Oh,
baby
yeah.
that's a good baby. He was
Yeah.
like cooing, just having a good old
Just
time.
not even.
Nothing. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this is a cute little scene. But yes, I like, well, again, I love seeing Michael with the Quartermaines and the King Curry Quartermaine stuff. I still don't buy. I don't buy. I don't buy. Sabrina and Michael, the star-crossed lovers. I just
Yeah,
don't buy it.
no one cares. Like,
No.
I think.
I don't know.
Are you buying it now? You get it?
What?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! No! That's terrible. Because when we do see Sabrina finally get revealed, they're in Puerto Rico. Like, it's like, oh wow, hooray!
I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna say you don't buy, Sabrina's acting. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, her acting's
But,
fine. But
you know,
We were just
no,
all-
her acting's fine. It's just it's the storyline. Marcos and this guy and Tia Cynthia.
See,
and everything.
if Teresa Castillo came on as a different character, like, I would be all for it. Because, just Sabrina, no one gives a crap.
one.
I
No.
mean, like, really, like, especially when she showed up alive, I was like, oh, man,
I
that's
hate
sucks.
what they're doing to her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like I don't see what this character is going to bring to the canvas when she comes back. There's really nothing.
The baby actually has more going on than she
Okay.
does. And it's funny because now they had a foster thing because Michael did the right thing, actually. I was so
Right.
shocked. Turn it in. But then, of course, Tracy finagled away to be the foster mother.
Yeah, super
Oh, I love
fast.
that.
Yeah.
Within like
She's a Quartermaine.
30 minutes.
She's a Quartermaine.
Yeah, she made it happen lickety split. Yeah, so I feel like Marcos is like, all right, I'm going to let you go, but I already I was like, but I need to hear for a couple more weeks. 'Cause I have to set it up right to make sure. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So this is going to be the longest Sabrina held a gunpoint scene.
I know.
Ever.
He's pointing at her. I'm like, just shoot her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on. They're going to wait.
Just do it.
It's going to happen. It's not going to happen because it's going to wait forever. They're going to talk it out, talk each other to death, and then Sonny and Michael will come jump in and save her, obviously.
That's how every gunpoint scene
Yes.
ever happens
Let's talk
on
it out.
GH. It's like, oh, we're going to hold this gun and talk it out until someone comes in to stop me.
And Tracy and baby Edward.
Yeah, baby Edward, yes. The
Yeah.
only thing that irritates me, though, is about those scenes is that you got Wally Kurth. That's great. And while those scenes with them were fine, it's like, come on, you give him something meatier to do. Please.
Well, Ned's name is Edward also.
Yeah, but it's like
He lives in Ashton.
Yeah, I don't care about that. Let him run ELQ. I want him to do something more dynamic than just to sit there and just like pop in on Tracy.
Because he's
like,
busy on Days of Our Lives too.
but at least make you like really give him some meaty. Get him excited. Like make Wally Kirk like, I want to stick here.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Karen said that quote of the week was by me. Just shoot her.
Yeah, I agree. That was the best one.
Well, just shoot her.
Yeah.
Stop pointing a gun at her. Playing around.
Yeah. So. We end the week with Sabrina held at gunpoint and Michael and Sonny on a race to, which I like. Michael on the plane. How much longer are we going to take to get there? Chill out, Michael.
Yeah.
Please.
First of all, from New York to Puerto Rico, I've done that flight several times. It's not that long. You'll be okay. You'll get there.
Yeah, especially on your dad's private jet.
Yeah, you'll get there.
It's not like you're flying coach or anything.
Yes.
You're lucky you're going to Puerto Rico.
And that was the week that was in Port Charles. Wasn't that fun, everybody? Of course it was. Yay. All right, so now, back to little points of news. We'll get out of the way here. Guess what? James Lott Jr. is on that side of the panel right now today. Next week, though, he won't even be here.
He won't even be here.
Bye, bitches. I'm going to...
Language.
I am taking a well-deserved vacation this week. I leave Wednesday. I will not be returning until next Tuesday, so... Thank you. That's
right.
You guys who all follow me know how hard I work. So
that's right. You can find James on a beach somewhere wearing a banana hammock, relaxing with a drink in one hand.
And a sarong, because it's so wrong. That's right.
You can also check out the Spotlight On with Kathleen Gotti that James Lott Jr. and Lacretia Lyon did there last week. Oh, my goodness. You can find that on YouTube.
Yes.
We get the links on our show right there on our Facebook page. You can check it all out and see all the fun that they had talking to her. Ladine, you could actually watch that.
I watch it.
Yeah?
Frank, don't do that to me.
Okay.
Fight.
Let that be the last time. I'm not going to repeat it.
I love it. Do it. Lincoln's fighting, guys. Lincoln's fighting.
And we've also talked about the soap opera block here on AfterBuzz TV. We've had audition days. We've had the GH Report. We are now debuting 2 new shows this very evening. Yes. With Lacretia Lyon and James Lott Jr. each doing their own shows here. Lacretia Lyon's going to be up first. Ta-da! There you go. With the Restless wrap-up.
Yeah, right here after GH Report. So just stay in the chat, stay around. We'd like some viewers for the first Restless wrap-up. Yeah.
Look at that. And then we've got James Lott Jr. closing out the soap opera block on Sundays there with his Bold and Beautiful after show, The Bold Breakdown.
Yes, and tonight we have, thank you. And tonight we have Pearson Faudet, who plays Thomas Forrester, and he's a great guy. Interviewed him for Spotlight On. He's going to co-host with me. We're having champagne, sprinkles, cupcakes, and doing some giveaways.
Look at that. Yeah. It's going to be a different kind of soap after show.
Yes.
What more can you expect from James Lott Jr.? He always does something different all the time.
That's right.
Except for us, though.
There you go.
Deserve it first. No, I'm just kidding. I love you guys. That's fine. You guys will always be my home first, obviously.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll get to our segments here real quick. And on an interesting twister, we're going to find out the quote of the week right off the bat. We usually save that to the end. But now
you
it's
changed
like,
it up. Oh, wow.
That's right.
Okay.
Because I'm in charge. I do what I want.
Calm
I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Calm down.
Sorry, Alexis.
Take it from 100 to 11. My quote of the week is between Monica and Tracy. This was so beautiful. Monica, Jason got his memory back. He's the same Jason he always was. Tracy, are you supposed to be happy about that?
I agree. That was my favorite quote of the week too.
And the second one could have been was Carly and Finn when they were talking. And Carly goes, "Could you be more vague?" He goes, "Yes." I love the relationship. He doesn't care. I just love he doesn't care.
And now we've got our winners and losers.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I pretty much said this on Twitter and earlier, but Franco is definitely my winner of the week because everyone knows how I feel about Elizabeth. And Franco, even as her friend, said some things that I was like, oh, yes, like sipping some tea at that. Because when he goes, yeah, you're too big of a wuss to stand up to Jason, I was like... And then he solidified it with the, all the revolving doors of baby daddies can be like helpful to Jake. And then it's like, even he's like, oh crap.
Yep. That's a good one.
But hey, it's true. And then my loser has to go to Nikolas. Because, I mean, dude, how do you not know about taxes? And and just Diane's shade was just like, yes. Again, everybody did what they should this week.
Yes. Very good.
And now we'll talk about a little love in the afternoon.
A little love in the afternoon. People are going to be shocked, but it's okay. Out of everything that went on this week in GH, I'm going to piggyback off of Frank this week.
I like to save that
for after the show, Ladine.
I am loving the character development of Kiki. Okay. I know that when we first started, I didn't like her, but I am
We neither. I didn't like her either. Hey! Woo!
Hey.
For the love.
Go Frank.
Go Frank. Go Frank.
But I am loving Kiki's development. Like I said, in the beginning, none of us really liked where they were going with her.
At all.
I love, like I said, I love the emotional attachment her and Morgan have together. And I didn't really, like how he said, I didn't really like how they allowed Morgan to break it off, because Kiki is such like a loving person. Obviously, you can see that because she didn't want to let go, even though he's going through like all these things. So I'm anxious to see what they're gonna do with her, with Dylan, with all that she has, because I know that she could give a lot more with the sneak peeks that we're getting with her. So
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, I just want to see Morgan just kind of off on his own for a while.
Yeah.
Just let's keep him in that loony bin forever.
He needs to get his crap together.
He's too good of an actor for them to keep him there.
Like Looney Bin. Should bring out Emmy winner Brian Craig.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Put some
So
respect.
screw you, Frank. Respect. You say my name. That's another story. Another story.
Hey, we're going to wrap up with my award-winning segment.
For the AfterBuzz TV, Frank's award-winning segment.
Yes, that's right. Oh my God. Jeez.
Get him to the ER stat, and mine will be. We've talked about her a little bit at the end of the show here. Sabrina, a character that nobody.
Well, she needs.
Man, this is a character that I don't understand. She left in a whimper, and she's come back in even more of a whimper. I guess it's just this character. I don't know. Like the last time that she was interesting was when she was involved with Robert and Patrick.
Yeah.
And that's when she had a lot going on. And since then, she's been on a steady decline.
I agree.
And, you know, regardless of what we think about the actress, certainly very talented. Yes, she does a great job. But it's just like the material, you can only do so much with the material you're given. And
I agree.
This relationship with Michael has been forced. We've said that a lot along the way here. I mean, you know, writing her off with her and Carlos, they could have just sent them off to a happy ending and just let them go.
Yeah.
I think that they should have given us some time with the baby first, and then but to bring both of them on, I feel like it's kind of purposeless.
I just, like I said, I don't understand what having Sabrina back in the canvas is going to do. I mean, it's not going to make me any more invested in a Michael and Sabrina relationship. And other than that, other than her being the parent of that baby, what else is she going to bring in?
I agree.
So it's a shame. It's just, and it's a shame when you see. You don't want anybody to lose a job. For
No, of
sure.
course
I mean,
not, of course
not at all. But
not.
it's just like I feel like a character has certainly reached. It's just like its expiration point. There's just at least right now. There's just nothing to do unless they have something in their back pocket that they have. Sabrina's like learned something in Puerto Rico, has something in her back pocket that she can really come on and have an agenda. Yeah. But she's been locked up by Marcos, so I don't know what that agenda could be. I don't know. So I apologize, all you Sabrina lovers out there, but boy, this
all two
character,
of them.
Yeah, all two of them. This character needs a lot of. I feel like it's maybe a DNR on this character.
Maybe not.
I don't know. So that is going to do it for this episode of the GH Report. Look at that. Time flies. Time flies when I'm in this one.
Good job, Frank. Good job, Frank.
Look at that, everybody. So everybody send your accolades to me on Twitter at @HavocJackie. That's right. But in the meantime, folks, if you want to continue the conversation, even while this show is off the air, you can follow us there on Facebook. Like us on there. We've only got, oh my God, almost 700 more likes to go to get to 2,000.
We can do it. Promote, share, like. Let's do it. We got to work together, guys.
That's right.
Give us 5 stars on iTunes there. Follow us on Twitter to continue the conversation. James Lott Jr., if they want to continue the conversation with you, where can they find you?
James Lott Jr.
Look at that.
Well, that was quick. And of course, you can always follow me at LACRETIALYON, since there is only one.
You can find me on Twitter at Ladine_Harvey and Facebook at Ladine Corinthos Harvey.
And you can follow me, as I said, on Twitter at HappyGoJackie. Make sure you stick around here for the Restless Wrap-Up right there with Lacretia Lyon and the Bold Breakdown with James Lott Jr. breaking down the Sunday Super Soap Block here on AfterBuzz TV. We'll see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.